Noise is good for business. Let me say that one more time so that it gets to click. Noise is good for business. And if you really want to grow a business, then you really need to make a lot of noise. Truth be told, if you want people to know that you exist, or the only way that you'll get people to know that you exist is only if you make yourself noticed. And what a better way to do that than making a lot of noise? Think about it like this. If you choose to take the silent route, just be rest assured that silence is dangerous for a business because if no one knows what it is that you do, what is it that you get to sell, then trust me, no one is going to buy from you, which implies that noise itself attracts attention, and attention in itself is the first step to any sale that you'll ever get to make. However, as much as I've said that noise is good for business, not all noise will make your business grow because bad noise kills business growth. But good noise will grow your business. And now this leads us to how many types of noise are there in any business environment or in any business structure? Well, there are two kinds of noise you need to be mindful about, especially if you're running some sort of business. One, we have the good noise. So this is the kind of noise that builds trust, that attracts clients, that makes your target audience or your ideal potential clients get to notice you as you. This is someone who speaks my language. This is someone who gets to understand my feelings. This is someone who gets to understand my type of pain. So that's the good noise. Now there's also another second type, the one that we said kills business, which is bad noise. This kind of noise does quite the opposite of the good noise. For this one, it makes you feel like you're a beggar, right? Like you're desperate to make a sale. It's the kind that annoys most people. And if you're not careful about it, it completely turns off all your potential clients that would have made the sale. So watch out for that. In any business that gets to grow, there is always good noise. And the most characteristic of all businesses that don't get to grow, it is filled with bad noise. So watch out for that. And now here comes a question. How do I get to make good noise? One that grows businesses. Well, there are three verified ways that you could get to grow your business with good noise. And I'm going to give you a visual representation of how these three get to work. So let's get to the board. Yeah. So this is business growth. Now we say there are three kinds of noise. One, you got to create content. This is the first way you're going to make noise. Create a lot of content. But this is not just any sort of content out there. You have to create content that is likable, content that is shareable, content that will appeal and speaks to the ideal client you're trying to get. In other words, your content has to be valuable. That is the first way. And probably you might think, oh, what is some sort of valuable content? When it comes to valuable content, I want you to think of tips of achieving anything. If it is business, tips of how to grow a business, or 7 tips of how you can get clients. That is way more valuable than just making lousy noise. Right? You could think of insights. Give insights in terms of business growth. Yeah. So if you're in some sort of bookkeeping sort of stuff, you can give insights about new taxes. How do they get to impact business growth? Yeah, that is more valuable. It is more shareable. It is more likable, and most people will get to resonate with it. You could also think of stories, and when we talk of stories, as far as business is concerned, we don't need to hear about those witches or like news stories. Yeah, here we are specifically talking about case studies, yeah, success stories that I helped someone achieve this, or through my business, I got person A to do this and this, and now they're enjoying the goals, they're enjoying the fruits of their labor, they're enjoying the realization of working with me to attain their dream outcome. And those are the kind of story that you have to talk about. Yeah. So we said here, think tips, think stories, and think insights. When you get to do all that, it is going to position you as an authoritative figure. And when that happens, your audience will stop, it will pay attention, and they'll be like, oh, this person is really speaking directly to me. And that is going to attract more clients to your business. Now, the second way is advertisement. So don't overthink it, because advertisement in itself is just you, the business owner, or you, the business, trying to put out your message to your ideal clients, to your potential clients, directly where they are at. Yeah. So most of you, your audience ideal clients are on social media. Yeah? And not all social media. That is why you have to segregate what is good social media and what is bad social media, referencing back to good noise and bad noise. Yeah. Some of you, your audience is on X. Some of you, it is on LinkedIn. Some of you, it is on IG. Others on TikTok. Others on Reddit. Others in books. So blogs. Yeah. So you as a business owner, or you as a chief marketing officer, you have to take that step ahead and verify your kind of ideal clients, where they at. So when you understand that, then do lots of noise by advertising. Put your message out there to them, because you already know where they exist. So just feed them with your information or your message. All right. When you get to do that right, it is going to put your brand before that target or before your ideal clients that you want to reach out. And that way, they are going to get attracted to what it is that you sell. And when they get to know it, be rest assured that that first sale is going to come. Because we say that it is the attention that is the first step to making any sale, right? So the third way you're going to create good noise that will grow your business is via do reach outs. Most of you are confused about what reach outs are, but reach outs are simply, this could be calls, DMs, like direct messages, it could be emails, it could be word of mouth. So if you know where your ideal clients are, you could do any of this. Either DM directly via their favorite social platforms, or let's imagine you don't know where they are. Yeah? So the best and the cheapest way you're going to make this work is you call them. And when it comes to calls, there are two kind of calls you can make. There's cold call and there's warm calls. With cold calls, you don't know anything about that person you're calling. Yeah? So basically, you have nothing in common. You're not friends. You just meet a stranger, or you just get a stranger's number via maybe a website, via online, like, and call them. But with warm calls, it's basically like you trying to call your friend, just informing them of the kind of your information, informing them of the information of the business that you're doing, informing them of what your offer is and how valuable it will be to them. Yeah. So it is the same concept. In both calls, you're just trying to lead with value. You're reaching out to people, informing them of your offer and how it will be helpful to solve their own problems. The only difference is with warm calls, you know you have some sort of attachment with the person you're calling. With cold calls, you don't. Same applies to DMs and emails. Yeah. Here, you either have an attachment or you don't. But regardless, you make your offer known to those people. Yeah. And my most favorite is the word of mouth. Initially, this gets to start with you. You use your mouth and tell people about what it is that you get to sell. Inform people about your offer, how valuable your offer is, and what they will get as a result of trying your offer. And when you get about 2 to 3 clients, now these become your new funnel, your new word of mouth funnel. Now they also do the word of mouth to their fellow clients about your offer. Yeah? So that is the best way I could get to think of. Now, here's the caveat when it comes to reaching out. Do not sound so biggy, because most of you, when you make calls, you're sounding so biggy, like you're begging your clients to come and make a sale. That is something that is wrong. That you should never do. Instead of you sounding so big and all that, why not just lead with your offer? Just present your offer and let your clients or your potential clients or your ideal clients assess whether your offer will be of use to them or not. As long as you lead with value, you've created good content that really communicates to them through these three, that is tips, stories, and insights, they'll feel like, yo, the offer you presented to them is ideal. So in any case, there won't be signs that you're begging. Just slap them with your offer and then they get to choose, but never make yourself begging. So when you get to do this right, this outreach is going to be the easiest and the cheapest route through which you're going to make the loudest noise that will bring in exponential growth to your business. So now that you know how to make good noise in your business, there's another fact you need to understand, and that is bad noise kills business. Good noise grows businesses. And with this said, here comes a question that I want you to reflect on and maybe leave in the comment section. What sort of noise are you making in your business? Or what sort of noise have you been making in your business? And have you been applying any of these three to grow your business? Drop the answers in the comment. I would like to know.